Hey there. Sorry about the reflections. I just need to get some daylight in here, but I have two of the handheld gaming devices here today. This is a PlayStation Portal, and this is a Asus ROG Ally. They're both relatively inexpensive. This is a Z1 model, by the way, not the Z1 Extreme. And I'll tell you why I have this one in a minute here. And they're both pretty nice. They're very cool. They allow you to play games on the go. You can sit on the couch, or you can lay in bed. You can be in the car, at the hotel room, maybe on the airplane. I don't know about this one. That one for sure. And they are sort of kind of an entry level price-wise. So they're relatively inexpensive. But wait a second, you say. The ROG Ally is like $600 or $700. That's not inexpensive. Well, you would be correct. However, the Z1 model here, being a little bit underpowered, is actually constantly on sale now. I think I started seeing them on sale around Black Friday, and then again around holidays, and now here in early January it's on sale again for $399, so $400. It's actually not bad. When you look at Z1 for $400 and Z1 Extreme for $700, that $300 price difference actually does make sense versus the original MSRP of $600. Went for just $100 more. You can get the Extreme version, then the basic one does not make sense. So I'll just get that out of the way. And of course, PlayStation Portal is actually only $200. That's a really good deal. $200, and look how nice it looks. So anyway, I'll get to it in just a moment. I will tell you what I like about these two devices. It's not a full review or comparison or anything, but I'll give you a couple of points I really do like about them. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why I'm actually going to be returning both of these things. Then you can decide for yourself if you want them or not. Let's get started. They're not bad at all. I'm not saying they're terrible devices, but I try to be honest with my viewers, and if there are problems, that's what I'm going to call out. Too many reviews out there just sort of get a chance to look at tech products on the surface level, but when you actually get to use them for a little bit, when you buy them as a consumer, that's when you can see the true kind of whole image of what it is. So starting with PlayStation Portal, what do I like? Very nice screen, pretty large. I believe it's 8 inches, so it's a nice size screen. It's a nice picture on the screen too. Like, it looks... Turn the volume down. It looks good. I mean, you just saw something interesting there, but we'll get to it in a moment. So the screen is nice. Design is very good. Like, it's a beautiful looking device. We just have a charging port there and headphone jack. Looks like a microphone here. Speakers at the top, volume buttons, power button, God knows what button, your PlayStation, and then of course all your control buttons here. I like that it's basically a PlayStation controller, just cut in half, stretched over, the screen glued in the middle. So it's very easy to pick up. It feels familiar in your hands. You just take it and go. So no complaints there. Now let's move to ROG Ally. It's a little bit different, so a little bit chunkier, kind of a little bit boxier, but still pretty elegant, okay? And I like it as well. When I first picked it up, I didn't feel like it was too comfortable to hold, but after using it for a couple of days, you get used to it and it's fine, it's good. So design-wise, they're cool. The screen is smaller here, it's 7 inches, but it's also very nice, very nice. 1080p on both. Now, a couple of fundamental differences in between them. The PlayStation Portal only works with PlayStation 5, so that's how it streams games from your system. That's why when I first turned on, you saw a little hiccup. Well, it was paused for a few minutes, so I guess it took a moment to actually start streaming again, so you kind of saw that kind of a lag and some pixelation on the screen. But now, as you can see, it's running pretty well. Obviously, it's on Wi-Fi, and it's just streaming the game from my PlayStation 5, which is in another room. And it looks and plays good. When you have a good connection, it really is a pleasure to use. Like, it's fun. You just play your PlayStation game. Now check it out. Not just a game, but there's your full PlayStation system here. Want to go to another game? Sure, no problem. Just launch it up and it's good to go. Now let's move here. This guy is a little bit different. It runs a full Windows 11. You have basically any game launcher. You can just install a game if you have one that is just an installer. You can use Steam, you can use Battle.net. Guy, be quiet. Turn this down. Epic Games, whatever. So that's kind of cool with that. And of course, this being a computer, you can do everything else you want to do on a computer. I do like how they look. I do like the quality of their screens, and they're both comfortable to use. They both don't really get hot. Like Ally gets a little bit warm in the back, and you can hear the fan going. I'm not sure if there are two fans or not, but you can hear it. But it's not that. It's not too loud. It's not too hot. This thing here doesn't get any fan noise because it doesn't have any fans, so it's even better. And I didn't feel it getting hot at all or even warm, so it's very cool as well. Why am I not happy with these things then? Well, I would be perfectly happy with either one, I think. However, the problem I have here is I don't know what's going on in this day and age, but the quality control is just not all there. So let me explain. This thing was hard to get. Like, it's sold out everywhere. It's very hard to place an order, and you have to wait a while. It took me over a month to actually be able to get one. It's supposed to be a Christmas present for my kid. It arrived after Christmas, even though I ordered it in the beginning of December. When I first picked it out of the box, the very first thing I noticed is that white dot right there. That's a stock pixel. It's not a dead pixel. A dead pixel would be just a pixel that is always black. Well, this one is always lit up. It's always white. It's a stuck pixel. And, thankfully it's in the corner. It's not like in the middle of the screen. It's not noticeable. But when that's the first time you see, you just can't unsee it anymore. So right out of the box, this unit is defective. I can't easily replace it. Normally, you could just order another one, send this one back. No problem. Well, it's not a normal market. As of today, as of right now, January 11th, you can't order it. Like, if I go on any website online right now, everything's out of stock. You can't order it. You can buy it in kind of a aftermarket. You're gonna pay more, not a lot more. They are definitely being scalped, but not like crazy. You can find them for about $250 when the MSRP is $200. So it's not too crazy, but still kind of sucks. And just in general, I think the screen, even though it does look pretty nice, I think this is actually where they sort of cutting corners, because dead pixels or stuck pixels, I haven't seen those in years. And well, I seen one here in 2024 on this PlayStation Portal. When I looked it up, I see many other complaints on the internet saying that they have a stuck pixel. Some people are saying it can go away. Some people are saying it doesn't. Ours did not. I don't know if it's right. I don't think they really go away. I mean, it's just a defective panel. Also, there's a little bit of kind of a light bleed. So it just feels like a bit of a cheaper panel. But it does look good when you just game, you don't notice it. I probably wouldn't really complain much there. So if not for that, I would be happy. I probably wouldn't be worried about it. But I can't replace it, and I don't want to deal with warranty with a brand new device here. So, you know what, I'm just going to send it back. This thing here, so I figured I'll try this instead. I saw it on sale again at Best Buy, and $399, so $400. Great deal. Actually, if you find open box, looks like they could be as low as $299, so $300. And you get an actual real computer here, 512 gigabytes of storage, 16 gigabytes of RAM, good screen. You have your controls here, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, everything you may need, so you can connect your controller, no problem. By the way, we'll need to do that. So I get this, I pick up, bring it home, take it out, start setting up. Everything's good. I'm digging it. It's kind of cool. It doesn't get too loud. And even though this is a lower end model, I can see why it's getting so much hate at its original MSRP, because for $100 difference between Z1 and Z1 Extreme, it really doesn't make sense. You get, I believe, up to 50% more performance with Extreme for just $100 more. And it's not like you get any other benefits from having the lower end model. Your heat level is the same, your noise level is the same, your battery life is pretty much the same. So you're not getting any benefits from getting another underpower unit, you just get less power. $100 doesn't make sense. Now, when it goes for $400 versus $700 for Extreme, well, then all of a sudden it makes a lot of sense. That's a whole different level. $400, it's a great price for something like this. It still plays games. I played a few, not too many, but I played The Last of Us here, and I was actually pleased with performance. Well, let's see if let's see how fast it boots here while I'm talking. I'm gonna have to use this controller, and might as well take this time to explain why. Here's the deal. I got it all set up, downloaded some games. These games weigh like up to 100 gigs each, so it took a while. And then I go to play it, and it's not feeling right. Something is not working. I'm trying to move, and the character kind of moves, but doesn't really goes where I need it to go. So I very quickly realized that this left thumbstick is broken. Right out of the box, turn this down. Right out of the box, it goes up and down. It does not go left or right. I tested it with a Steam controller kind of tester portion, and that's what we get. Now, of course, use a different controller. No problem. So here we're playing The Last of Us Part 1. It looks great. And it runs unplugged on battery. I didn't change any performance settings. It's in performance mode, but that's a default for it. There's also a turbo mode that is much faster. And, you know, it's playable. I get about 44, between 30 to 45 FPS in this game. I have to admit, by default, the game itself sets itself, I guess, to the lowest settings possible. Everything is pretty much as low as it can go. But it works, and it looks good on this size screen. I think it's, you know, it's totally playable. So I think Z1 is not as big of an issue as people think. As you can see, the VRAM usage is way over what is available in the system, and everything is pretty much set to low. I think there are a couple of settings I manually changed to medium. It didn't make any difference in performance, made the game look slightly better. But yeah, that's how the game. So I changed this settings to medium here. Everything else is on low. And that was the default setting. Another fun part here, if we look at the actual render resolution with FSR, it renders the game at 640 by 360, then upscales to 1080. Well, that's what it is. But, you know, why would you complain? The game actually runs decent, and we can see.
I meant to tell you, I was down on Jordan.
You can see some benchmarks there. So, right there, 44 FPS.
Let me guess. Fireflies? Yep.
I'll let Tess deal with the second guy. Oh, maybe I have to do it. Alright, sorry I'm sucking in this game, guys, because I'm actually trying to play it looking at my camera viewfinder. You get the point. So, it's actually very good for games still, even at this lower end configuration. I'll be happy with it. But you get the device with the broken stick, and what do? Yeah, you can return it, replace it with another one. But the confidence in the build quality is already ruined. Like, why would I get another one of these when I get one and it's broken right out of the box? And even if it's not, what if it breaks a month, 2 months later? Well, then you're dealing with warranty, which I hear takes a couple of weeks. You send it to Asus, they fix it, and they send you another one. You're out 2 weeks or maybe more. Not good. So we have two. I can't even exit the game like this again. So you have 2 attempts, 2 misses by 2 manufacturers. Both have to do with quality control. And I'm a little bit sad to admit, but it just sort of put me off this whole idea altogether. I said, you know what, heck with it. I'm just not going to worry about this right now. The Lenovo Legion Go actually looks pretty cool too. Maybe I'll wait for that, for them to work some kinks out and lower the price a bit and try that maybe in the fall or something. We'll see. Next, big holiday shopping season. For now, I'm just going to pack this, take it back to Best Buy. I'm going to pack this and ship it back to Amazon. I think they're pretty cool for the price. You can still try them if you want, but kind of be careful with PlayStation Portal. If you can wait, I would say wait a couple of months for the supply to catch up to demand. So if you get one and it happens to have kind of a goofy stuck pixel or something, well, you can just replace it, and then you'll have a device you'll be happy with. With this guy here, I would also say wait. I have a feeling, very strong feeling, that Asus will be refreshing this soon. I'm guessing this year, probably around summer, maybe May to June, July. I'm expecting it to be refreshed because as good as they are, there are some problems. There are some problems with micro SDs. There's some problems with the sticks. I did some research. Other people had issues, and people have been replacing them themselves. People have been dealing with warranty. It could be the left, it could be the right stick, but that's something that they actually have problems with as well. And I believe there's a new AMD kind of portable gaming chip, so I expect a refresh pretty soon. I recommend to wait for that if you're interested in one of these guys. Or look at alternatives. MSI is coming out with one. There's Lenovo. There's, of course, the Steam Deck OLED. That looks pretty great. The only problem I have with that is kind of a low resolution screen and just a weaker machine altogether. But if you just want to play some games on the go, the Steam Deck does look like a good option as well. I would look there. It's a little bit more money for now, but if you see yourself using something like this a lot, then you're probably going to have better experience. With PlayStation, once again, just check on quality. And other than that, that's it. Kind of a sad day for me. It was a no-go. But thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, I did not have this devices very long, just a few days here, maybe 4 days, just about a week and a half there. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with them. You can't really use it much and play much when your stick doesn't work, right? With this one, I don't know, I just didn't feel like playing too many PlayStation games. So PlayStation mostly what my kid plays. But if you have any questions, I can definitely try to answer. Just feel free to ask in the comments.